But I want to say that was a wake up call. That was definitely a wake up call, you all. That gave me a little bit of a ooh. We're sitting here in the cabin. All of a sudden, we smell smoke, and we smell it very heavily in throughout the cabin. And I was like, "What the hell?" That's why it's so important to have a plan. Hello, everybody. Hello. That's why it's so important to have a plan because with us, we have a single country narrow road, a private road that's only for one car. It's hard for a fire truck to get up here or anything. So as soon as I smelt it, our plan is this, I go out and I watch because you're going to see something in the air or something. And the first thing that we seen was I seen smoke with my flashlight. I could see smoke coming off the back. And then the other thing that was another clue that there's something going on is there was actually deer that ran across, like right across that back field where I was sitting the other day. No, they did not find out what it was. And they sent trucks out all over this area looking, but they did not find out what it was. But then, when you see deer running, that's kind of your clue that maybe something, and that's why it's so important to pay attention to your animals. And even the cats were acting all jittery and jumping around, and not like they usually just playing. They were acting scared, and I was like, oh, "This is not good." So I came in the front door, told Dragonflies call 911 now, tell them to get out here because if a fire starts, we've had a lot of rain in the forest this last week or so, but if a fire would start, especially in the forest, we would be screwed if we didn't get out of Dodge very, very quickly. I mean, especially with the narrow road, and we have about from here to the main road is to the main highway off of the gravel out of the forest is probably a good 10 to 12-minute drive. So we have a plan, and that's why it's so important to have a plan intact, no matter what the emergency. And I seen your comment, Simon. I knew your heart was going, no, get the hell out of there, get out now, because you're right, Simon. Especially where we're setting, if we don't get out if something like that would happen, and that's why you have to have your plan intact. That's why you have to keep your get home bag in your car. That's why you have to have your car full of gas. That's why you have to have your car in working order. That's been another struggle out here because we got a new car and then it has issues. A newer car. So it's like really important, and I wanted to bring it to the channel, one, to calm everybody down that, we're okay. We're all right. But yeah, you got to have your bug out bag, your get home bag, whatever in your vehicle. Huh? And we still smell the smoke. You could actually, we have a yard light that's on one side of the acreage, and you could actually see the smoke drifting across the light. And so I was like, oh no shit, this is not good. Where we're at is literally there's almost 400 acres around us. We're right in the middle of 400 acres. It's beautiful, but it's secluded. And the other thing is like we don't right now the tanker in town, the fire truck tanker is down. So if there was a fire out here, I already know because I called them to bring up water for our cistern, so we would be SOL. We would have to act very quickly to get the hell out of here. And I wanted to bring it to the channel because, that's why we prepare. And without one, you know, that sense of smell, you would be surprised how quickly. And then it brought up another subject to me and Dragonflies tonight. If there is a nuclear situation, if we can smell like that, the fallout's definitely going to come into this cabin. I mean, think about it. We're 2 hours south of St. Louis, about an hour and a half east of Springfield, big cities. St. Louis is on the target list. So we would definitely have fallout and we would have an issue because all that fallout would come into this cabin. So we honestly are thinking about tearing out a floor and going underground right there with a root cellar for dragonflies and also a storm cellar safe place. Um, Yeah. Yeah, no, we're okay, Scruffy. We're okay. It was a wake-up call, though. It was a little, like, nerve-wracking because I was thinking, "Oh my gosh," like, "this could really happen, and it could happen that quick." And, as you see this fire around me, I mean, I'm gonna show you, like, if you think about what we're setting in, right? If you think about what we're setting in the middle of, and really get the point of why I came on, because honestly, you take a situation like this right here, and you take a situation and you set yourself right in the middle of a fire. I'll tell you what, folks. I know one kid, and I was really young when he got set on fire. He got literally got set on fire, and if you think about all the trees and the forest and stuff around us, it could have been a very, very dangerous situation. And I thank God that that we have a plan, that we didn't overreact, that we followed through on our plan, and we just took it step by step. But I was also like out there trying to flash down the fire truck that was going to the back 350, and he wouldn't stop. So then that even concerned me more, thinking, okay, if he's not stopping, maybe he sees something, or there's someone else ahead of him that's telling him to hurry up and get up there. Because a lot of these guys, they drive their own cars, their own trucks until they get to the site, of where there's a situation. Yeah, I am too, but it was a wake up call, and then it brought up the situation about nuclear. Me and Dragonflies are like, okay, no, no, it would be a major, major SHTF. Because think about this, Simon. We're 400 acres is a lot. Okay, so we could get out of the middle, about 175 acres. But then going down the county road that's maintained by the county, we probably got another 10 minutes till we hit a highway, and then on both sides of that highway is forest. So we are probably pretty much 360 degrees around us. There is fire. If there's a fire, there's going to be a fire. And if this we had a situation about a month ago in the small town of Willow Springs, where a plant, part of it caught on fire. Like, I think it was like, what was it? That caught on fire. Was it a ammonia? Ammonia was there. I know that. And so you start thinking about all these things and running these things through your head, and you're like, you got to have a plan, and you got to have a plan real, real quick to do what you need to do. Yeah, it was a little nerve wracking, T Long, but it made me realize that that's why we prep, y'all. And you got to go with your gut, and my gut was like, it really smells like smoke. Holy shit. That's what went through my head is, oh shit, you know? Yeah, probably, well, we're up on stilts, Scruffy, right? We're up on stilts. In the back, the whole back of the deck is up on stilts. It's probably lifted up a good 10, 12 foot already. So I think if we would go probably 10 foot underground, we would probably be good. So what I want to do is, honestly, build like a little basement and have a permanent set of stairs going down into that basement. And also, right, also, um, have our necessity down there, because it really rattles dragonflies, uh, when we have a storm out here. We've had a window get busted up top in we have high ceilings, and um, we've had that happen. And, so it would really, yeah, you definitely have to have ventilation coming out. But I watched a really good program the other day about these folks that are living completely off grid. And I think, yeah, well, and I think that may be happening too, Ryan. Honestly, I think that some of those things could be happening, and some of those things may start happening even more. But I think the most important thing is, no matter what the situation is, we can't prepare for everything, and I don't care how long you've been doing, being a prepper or homesteader or preparedness, or just trying to make things better for yourself. We cannot prepare for everything, for every scenario. What we can do, though, is start making little plans of, okay, if it's this bad, we're going. And then we're going to point A or point B or point C, and everybody in your family needs to know that. Like, if something would happen and me and Dragonflies would get separated, I definitely would want to know where me and her are meeting, you know, and all without the plan, no matter what the situation is, no matter if it's chaos, civil unrest, martial law, crime, rioting, fire, whatever, a natural disaster, whatever that is, whatever the problem is if you don't have a plan and have a meetup place, then you could be screwed. And the last thing I'd want to be doing is being out in the boonies going, where the hell is Dragonflies? Or in, a situation. And yes, definitely don't forget about your pets. Um, we have a couple things, Scruffy, that I will say. So, it is really see, smell, and go. And when I say see, you also are observing people, animals, your own family members, whatever around you. And then smell was exactly what happened tonight. I smelt I smelt fire. You could smell it. And good evening to all you new folks coming in too. Thank you for being here. But you could smell it. And when you smell forest fire, that gets you a little unnerving, especially where we're setting. Especially where we're setting. One thing I want to say, Scruffy, is that's true. We got two indoor dogs, we got two indoor cats, and we got six outdoors. Honestly, and I mean, I'm not. I love my cats, y'all, and I love my pets. They're like my family. But the outdoor cats would have to abandon ship on their own and hope and pray that they made it, because there's no way I can run around and grab six cats outdoors, and they would have a absolute terror fit, right? So we do have dog kennels. We have a little doggy get home bag for our dog. Has a water dish. Dragonfly's got a really cool thing that holds water. We have pet food. We have their blanket, and we keep some of that in the vehicle at all times, because it's going to be hard enough to get those cats and those dogs from inside out into your vehicle and get everybody safe and geo down the road, right? Yeah, yeah. I would try T Long, but six outdoor cats, I don't think any of them would go for it. I think I would be, I think it would be life or death. And animals are very smart. A lot of times, animals, they like, just like the deer running from one end of the forest through our back part, going out toward the main road. I was like, oh shit. That was like a big sign for me, like, oh shit, there may be a fire, because the deer, usually when they come up here, they're like eating in our yard and all chilled out. You definitely, this is the time of the year, and we just did it. That's what we've actually, my bug out bag is sitting right here, because I've been going through it and adding some cool things to it, some things that are necessities and a few luxuries, a few luxury things, like some candy, because you all know I have a sweet tooth, some bubble gum, some lifesavers, small lightweight things that I can have in there for when my nerves are racked, that I'd be like, okay, right? Yeah, yeah, and they're doing that a lot, Doug. I talked to a lady out in Ojai, I think it's Ojai, and they canceled everybody's insurance. She's been there for like 30 some years, and because that area in California was had some fire issues, they actually took away their insurance. And then when she went to get, and she raised holy shit about it, right? She just raised all kinds of hell. But when she went to get reinsured, she had to get two insurance policies to match the one that she lost, and they took it away, and she wasn't even considered in that fire zone area. So, yeah, well, yeah, and I hear you. I mean, it's one of those things. I think that that's another bullshit thing that's going on. I think that they're gonna. Thank you, cool mama official. I think that's another thing, is that they're gonna start pulling people's insurance, because that gives them another upper hand to get our places. But tonight, what I was really talking about, what I'm honestly talking about, folks, is have the plan and know in your gut when you gotta go. Because if you lag, if you don't do what your heart's telling you, you could end up in a terrible mess. Be it if it's a forest fire, be it if it's taking shelter. How many times have you seen or heard, "Oh, there's a tornado warning," but no one takes shelter. And then people end up getting killed. Let's talk reality. And the reality is um you got to have a plan. You definitely got to have a plan. Hello, hello everybody. Thank you for coming in, you new people. Yeah, I'm up in your neck of the woods, Scruffy. We just paid your mortgage off. That ought to feel good. Hello, people official. Hello, Salamat. Um, I think it's really important, and I wanted to check in with you all because you all were probably like, "What in the hell is going on out there in the forest?" I think I'm going to make this short tonight. I just want to say that do not, do not hesitate. If your gut tells you to go, no matter what the situation is, go, and don't regret it. Don't regret it. Just go and don't look back. Um, yeah, most definitely. And Simon, the funny thing is Dragonflies was vaping, right? And she said, I thought it was my vape because sometimes when the coils burn, it smells kind of smoky. And then I looked at her and I said, "Do you smell that?" And she goes, "Oh, I thought it was my vape." And I was like, "That's not your vape. That smells like fire." Forest fire. Okay. And it's going to be hard for me to sleep tonight because as soon as we came back in and the fire trucks left and stuff, I can smell it again. So I don't know if we have some intruders on the back 350 and they're back there camping and they got a bonfire going or something. I don't know. And it really bothers me when people are up here that don't belong here on this mountain, right? Yeah, we're okay, Pass. We're okay. Yeah, I won't sleep good. I'm like the watchdog, and Dragonflies knows it. Many time. Well, and the other thing is it bothered me that the black truck that went back there on the back 350 went back there, came back out, but they still didn't stop. They still didn't stop. So Dragonfly said that late at night she's been hearing the alarm go off back there. See, we have that road kind of wired, as you will. We have it wired, so we know where people are on that road. And she's been hearing that alarm late at night, like 2, 3 in the morning. So we really want to put up another gate. Look, she's putting it in. Oh, we really want to put up another gate to block that road. We had problems. I think many of you were on a live with me about a year and a half ago, and we had problems back there. And they actually were stealing the lean tube. And it's big. It's big enough for two Class A RVs. It's huge, right? And they were actually stealing it piece by piece by piece. And so we've had problems back there. We had problems with kids back there that I scared the shit out of. Um, they were camping back there, and I rolled up on them, and they were shocked. Yeah, well, and I hope they're not either. I'm going to drive back there tomorrow and check it out. So I'll probably do a video from the back 350 tomorrow. Um, I used to always call it the back 300, but then I realized it's about 350 acres. We had the fire trucks come out. No, I didn't call law enforcement. They'll just come out, drive around, come over and talk to me for half an hour and bullshit. Simon, that's how it is here. We're pretty much on our own, but I'm definitely going to go out there, take out vinegar, and that'll get rid of the smoke. Yeah, it will. It will. But it's outside in the forest, Georgie. It's the forest. Something's going on in the forest, and I don't know what, but it's going to keep me probably up tonight. Yeah, I did. Well, I did. I scared the shit out of those boys back there. And I told him, I said, I think it's in your best interest to get off the property. And then he seen my side and he was like, yeah, and jumped in the truck and off they went. But, you know, if I roll back there, I always roll back there with something with me because that's the only, you never know what you're going to roll up on. I found a tent back there. I found somebody with a cooler back there. And in the morning, one morning, I did find a campfire, and they had left the fire. It was still smoldering. So, yeah, that'd be a good idea, T Long, because my 5 acres, like where we're setting at right now, my 5 acres goes this way, right? The road goes right along that way. So what I could do is I could drop a couple trees right there so that people couldn't go back there. And legally, that's my 5 acres. So nobody should be back there. I hope to God not, Simon. Don't say that. Don't say that crap. I hope that that's not the case. Does she get spooked? No. She gets locked and loaded. She just gets locked and loaded, Teresa. That's funny. No, no, I don't think she really has ever been spooked here, except when I tried to scare her one time and it didn't work out. Now, she scared the crap out of me today. She snuck up on me when I was working out in my shop, and my shop's coming along. I'm going to take y'all out to the bunker soon. Yeah, no, she is. She loves it out here. Yeah, but I think that, hey, Lady Casca, everybody, just so you know, too, your invoices are getting sent for the auction. That was a lot of fun. So your invoices are getting sent, and we'll get the packages out right away. We've been packaging all day, but she did. She snuck up on me in the shop today and scared the crap out of me. I think she thought I was out there like lollygagging. I think she was shocked when she came out there and seen how much work I'd got done. Um, it's actually almost where I can put my bed out there so I can have a cot out there to sleep. Yeah. Oh, you did. I'll have to look, Scruffy. If it's today has been a very busy day. We went on a prepper run. If somebody wants to drop Dragonfly's prepper pantry run, we went on a prepper pantry run. The prices are absolutely going up. We were talking about this because there's a we went to the Amish store. So I sat down there on all the sugar and salt and all that stuff, the big 50-pound bags, they just have it stacked in an aisle. And so I'm sitting there and I looked at the board and I said, holy smokes. I said, do you remember Dragonflies when we moved here? And we're going on 4 years, right, that we've been here. I said, holy smokes. When we got here, the sugar was around $30. Quote me, I think it was about $30.50 for 50 pounds. Now the same 50-pound bag is over $60, and that's at the Amish, where you buy in bulk. So that's really crazy. Yeah, we're okay, little boots. We're okay. It was just a little shaking. It was a little shaky. Um, yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Doug. It's crazy. I think everything has went up like 30-40% easily, and I think we're going to see it more, especially with meat. Um, the other thing I noticed about the Amish store today when we went is all the cheese. They had a big cooler that was all cheese blocks, good cheese curds, all that stuff. You guys have seen them before. None of it, all gone. Um, a lot of the food, a lot of the spices, gone. Uh, out. They don't know when they're going to get it back in, and these are basic things. Wow. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, sugar is way up. Y'all, if I can say anything, I think this year is going to get really, really rough and really crazy. And the most important thing we can do is, not be elaborate on the things that we get, but get your basic things. Think old time. I really want to do the Lost Ways. I'm hoping to do it this coming month or maybe here in February. I want to do the Lost Ways again. But think about go step back in time to the 1800s. The people didn't have the fancy doodah shit, right? They had basic stuff. And many of those people traveled from New York, from the East Coast, across harsh, harsh conditions. And they had basic things: coffee, sugar, flour, beans. That was it. and maybe a bottle of liquor. We don't need a lot to survive. We need the skills to survive. And we need the plans to be able to put those plans in place. And that's like so important. It's like really important. And tonight, once again, here on the homestead, here in our little cabin in the middle of the Ozarks, once again, it came our way. And it made me realize how vulnerable each and every one of us are. And that's why it's so important to prep. I'm going to tell you this from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you. This is not the time to go, well, let me go get a new shirt. Let me go get um, a new car. Let me go do this. Let me charge up that credit card. This is not the time to do those things. This is the time to really bunker down and really tighten your belt and really work hard. Take on an extra job. Do whatever you got to do. Get a side job. Have yard sales. The weather's nice. Get out there and have a yard sale. Sell that stuff that you do not need anymore. And you can sell it on Macari. If you're older, you can sell it on eBay. There's a lot of platforms. But I'll tell you what, this is the time that each and every one of us need to really tighten our belt. Yeah, and I love stepping back into that time zone, Scruffy. That's why I enjoy doing the Lost Ways series. I did it on Off the Wall Prepper for like 8 weeks every Saturday morning. Um, it's a neat YouTube channel. Huh, Blue? I don't get it. Oh, we're really blessed in the United States, folks. Did you smoke or monoxide detectors go off? Did you? Oh no, no, they did not. Nope. It was the smell inside the cabin, but it drove me to go out and look. It wasn't actual smoke in the cabin, Doug. It was just you could smell it, and you could. I'll tell you what when I smelt it, I was like, I smell a forest fire. I smell trees burning. That's what it smelled like. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. It smelled straight up like trees burning, just like what's behind me in these pictures. And that's what jarred me. Yeah, we're very. Taking them to movies, $100 bill. Whoa, that's crazy. Isn't that crazy? And it's but it, it sucks, Teresa, because you should be able to spoil them. But taking them to a movie for $100, that gets pricey. We don't go anymore. We don't go to the movies anymore. We used to. It was kind of like date night. Let's go to dinner. Let's go to the movies. Now we cut out movies and we try to go to dinner once a month somewhere that we like. Just to give, well, Dragonflies does most of the cooking. I cook once in a while, but I usually cook breakfast and she don't like breakfast. She's not a breakfast eater, so I'll wait. But I want to say, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, y'all, um, this things are going to get worse. Everybody is leaning toward civil unrest. There is so many reports out right now about ML civil unrest that I think they're trying to promote it, right? Yeah, the restaurants have skyrocketed. You used to go like to our favorite Mexican restaurant. It was like 20, $25. Now it's like 30, $35. And even for us to go to the steakhouse that we used to go to so we could have our little, I don't know, some drink we had with coconut. It was really good. Coconut and rum and stuff. It To go there, it's like $100, 50, $60 at the least. Um, an axe, bucket, and a shovel with you at all times. Well, George, you see, until you live in the middle of the forest, those things are great. But living in the middle of the forest, there is no way that two people could fight a forest fire. There's no way. Our thing would be is we would lose everything and we would surrender and we would go in the car and try to save ourselves and our animals. Like honestly, because we would have to say goodbye. We would have to say goodbye to our home, and that sucks. But that's the honest reality of where we live. And see, like people always go, "Well, you're so lucky to live out in the forest." Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to living out here. I don't have neighbors to deal with. I don't have headaches all the time. But honestly, we're on our own. We're on our own when it comes to law enforcement. We're on our own when it comes to fire department. We're on our own when it comes to water. Y'all know these things about us. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was terrible, blue butterfly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did live in Montana. You were a lot younger guy then. Probably have family around and stuff. Yeah. Make you a huge clearing nearby to run to. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know. Like we cut the trees back. We cut the trees way back from our main yard, right? But boy, I don't even know, Doug, honestly. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Honestly don't know if that would work because it would have to be huge. Now, I do know along where the power lines run, that's cut back pretty open. So that gives us another escape route to get out to the other road. So we actually have three ways. I thought we only had two ways to get out here, but we have three. Stay home and eat. Yeah, yeah. We do stay home and eat a lot, a lot. But I just wanted to check in with all of you and really tell you get your plans together and definitely stay on point. Yeah. Okay. Can and chicken leg sounds good. Okay. Good night, Southern Mercy. Thank you. Y'all, I'm going to jump off here myself. I just wanted to check in and say, really, have your plan intact no matter what. See, smell, and get out of Dodge and go. No, we didn't, Boo. They didn't. The firemen didn't. And we didn't either, but we still smell it. So I'm going to have a rough night tonight. I'm probably not going to be able to sleep very well. No, watch. I'll be in there like, Dragonflies will be out here like, huh. Dragonfly said, I'll be snoring. She'll be out here on point. But the funny thing is when Dragonflies is on point and I fall asleep, and then when she comes to bed, it's like I know she's in bed and I'll stay in bed for a and then I this has been going on for like almost a year. And then I'll get up because I feel like I gotta be on point and be up. No, no, boo. No, no, no. I'm gonna go. She got me a lemon meringue pie on sale today for $2.99 at the Amish store. Now they did have pies, so I'm gonna have me a piece of lemon meringue pie. Go walk the property again, huh? Well, I only had one piece. She said I already had a piece. I'm on a diet. I'm only having two pieces today, but I'm gonna go and walk the property a little bit and see if I see anything or what's going on. I'm gonna be on point tonight. But yeah, lemon meringue, and it is good, T Long. That's why I got to go back for seconds. But I just wanted to let you all know we're safe. But I also wanted to bring up, this is a great time to talk about fire safety and having that plan. And no matter what it is, being prepared. It's better to be prepared than scared. And that's one thing I can say is that me and Dragonflies truly have a plan of a lot of different scenarios, and we always are adding to it. Like, what if this scenario happens? What if that scenario happens? And you start realizing that it takes a long time to prepare for different scenarios, mentally, physically, emotionally, how you're going to react until you're right in the midst of it. You know? Yeah. The dogs. Do the dogs stay close? All right, y'all. Good night. Head on a swivel. Keep on doing the dang thing. And I will see y'all soon. The new Madrid fault. No, not as far as I know. Thank you, George. I always feel better when you insult me. You're on a seafood diet. You seafood need it. You got that right. I only had a chili. Hold on, hold on. I only had a chili relleno, a taco, And what else? Oh, some chips and queso for lunch. Huh? A and iced tea. Then I had 1 piece of lemon meringue pie. Oh, and I had 2 pieces of pizza. Today was junk food day, baby. And, what else did I have? I didn't out. I'm spinning out, y'all. Anyway, everybody, God bless you from here in the Ozarks to wherever you're at. Thanks for checking in on us, and we're okay. I just, y'all are my family and my friends, and I always like to let you know what's going on in our life. And tonight it was a little low. So I'll see y'all soon. I don't know why broadcast head on a swivel. It's better to be prepared than scared. God bless. Do the dang thing, dang it.